And I thought I
And
didn't
we are
realize. Yes, yes,
live.
yes. I'm so excited.
Yes.
I always get very excited because I'm live. But it's so exciting because it's November, it's nice and cool in Houston. I'm trying to wiggle my camera a little bit. I'm on the
Yes.
boat. I'm on the boat.
Camera wiggling. Hashtag camera wiggling.
So
Yes.
yes, November, lovely time. Thanksgiving is coming up, and oh my Lord,
Yes.
here is Christmas.
I
And
know, right? Right
and
around the corner.
so have you done your Christmas shopping yet?
No, but we just started thinking about it.
Yes, it's like
How
okay.
about you?
No, obviously I do the last minute thing. So what I've
Yeah.
decided this year is I'm going to create T-shirts for my babies, and they're like 3 and 5 and 8 that I'm going to design and then do them through a print on demand thing.
Oh,
And
that's
yeah,
awesome.
right, do something
I
totally
love gifts
different.
like that, like
Yeah.
customized gifts.
Yes. Yes.
People oftentimes give gifts that are like so generic. I love ones that are
Mm.
more,
Yes.
you can feel it.
Yes. Yes. It's like
Yes.
they put a little bit of more effort into it. That's what I like
Right.
about it as well. Yes.
Yeah.
So the
But
plan you have
Veronica,
to plan, you have to
yes.
plan this stuff because the shipping and everything is so crazy from now on until Christmas. It is, there's such a backlog of products in in the shipping yards and everything. So yes, have you started your? I know I haven't yet, but good ideas because I'm going to make them. I have to do them this week, and I've got to get it out. So it's going to go on my what to do list. So,
Yes.
so hey, so I let me
Hey,
introduce myself because just in case people do not know who I am
who are you?
Veronica Jeans, the Shopify queen. So and I'm a best-selling author, and as I said to somebody the other day, it's like instant fame for 2 weeks. Boom, you're on, and then boom, you're off. It's like okay, I can claim it because I did a screenshot. But yeah,
Yes. Oh, and shout out to my hubby Roy.
yes,
Does he want to make an appearance?
he's painting. Maybe I'm
Maybe.
hoping he makes a cup of tea. But
Ooh.
so yes, so
So you're
again,
Veronica Jeans.
I'm Veronica Jeans, best-selling author, and I can point to the books.
Yes, you could put into the books. Yes.
So did Shopify made easy, and I'm doing an update and a revised Shopify made easy because Shopify has changed so much that drive me nuts, which is always good. So it's good. And then I
There's
did the
more.
shop. Yeah, there's more, right?
Wait, there's
So the
more.
e-commerce success planner, which I'm so excited about. Oh, let me show it again.
Yes, show it to
E-commerce
us.
success planner,
Yes.
and it's all
Wait, do that
about
again.
goals. Do it again. Do it
Yes, show
again.
us again. Perfect.
So yes, so it's all about goals, right? We need to get ready for next year. I know Thanksgiving is coming up, and in my workshop today they said, I said, okay, so you're ready, you got to have Christmas stuff up. They go, oh no, we are not ready. So you got to have those images ready. So introduce yourself, and then let's get into the talking about goals.
Yes. Hey,
Who are
everyone.
you?
I'm over here. Hi. I'm Tim Sohn. I'm a live stream producer, and my business is Sohn, SOHN Social Media Solutions. And I show up oftentimes on screen as producer to provide support for amazing hosts like Veronica Jeans and press all the buttons behind the scene and keep things going.
Make sure everything works, right? Make sure everything
Yes.
works, and that I pitch up in time. That I pitch up on time.
And pitch up.
So
Yes.
yes, exactly. So what we're going to talk about, I want to talk about goals because people tend to. Okay, so you have a question. I want to ask you a question, and you can ask our viewers as well. Have you written? Did you write your goals down beginning of the year?
No,
Where were they?
I don't know.
You didn't even think about it. That's terrible, terrible. So, okay. So I have been doing it for a while. Okay, and so I had, and this book is um, one of the reasons I started this planner. It's like a workbook and a planner, is because my clients needed a plan, right? But if you have a plan, you need goals. So here's one of my goals. In 2018, I decided to write a book, which is Shopify Made Easy. I just thought, boom, I'm going to write a book. And
Boom.
then I said, I'll write it in 30 days, and it lasts 9
Wait,
months.
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why did you decide to write your book? What were you hoping to get out of it?
So, okay, it's a short story. So I went to one of these things where, you speak and I was presenting, I was doing a Shopify class workshop, and there were these other two ladies that had a book,
Yes.
and nobody would talk to me. They all stood in line talking to these other bloody ladies, and I thought, what the hell? I'm important too, So
Yes.
I decided, okay, I'm going to write a book, because, if you write a book, people think you're important.
That's true.
So then I decided to write the most difficult thing in the universe, which is a technical book, and it's a step-for-step, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
A step-for-step how to set up your Shopify store, which is like so many. I think I've got 1,000 images in that book. It's absolutely crazy.
Yes.
So because, as I said, you write a book and people say, hey, she wrote a book. My mom thinks I'm highly intelligent because I wrote a book. So it's like, wow, you wrote a book. You're amazing. So, and
Yes.
a lot of people said to me, hey, it's even if you write a little book, it's a conversation starter. It's you can brag about it because it's not easy. And
Right.
then what you can do is, it is like a business card, right? So they said, you're not going to make money out of this. Just use it as a conversation starter and a business card. I have not stopped selling this book, which it is just very exciting, because, every time I look at my phone every morning, how many books have I sold? So
Yeah.
I'm totally obsessed about it. But and again, it started with clients, because they said, hey, setting up any store or anything business is very confusing. And if you start totally not technical, trying to set up a Shopify store or any e-commerce store, it's confusing, right? You don't know from one step to the other what to do. So I then they said the plan, so we did the plan. So let me tell you, Gabe is here. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, Gabe.
So I did my goals in 2018. I'm talking about my goals in 2018. And I said, I'm going to write the book, and I want to sell 100 books a month. That's my goal. And so I didn't look at my goals.
Yeah.
For a couple of years, because I lost the book, or the book was put away. I wrote some other goals in another book. But I then looked at it, and I actually achieved my goals, because I laid out exactly how I'm going to get there. And so now my goals for next year is sell 500 books. So we are going to have the same conversation next year, and I'll tell you if I've actually achieved it or not. But so here's the thing. If I hadn't written down that goal, then my 100 books that I've sold a month would have been like, I sell 100 books. So what? It's
right.
It doesn't seem like a big number, but once you realize that that's what's in your head, and you put it on paper, put it on paper, and then you achieve something, it just makes you go, you know what? I can achieve more now.
Right. Look, Gabe has a question.
Yes. How do you get your hands on? Go to Amazon. Okay, we need to put a link in there, and then we'll go to Amazon.
Is that for the planner,
Amazon
or is that
the planner different? Is on Amazon as well. So you get it hard. You're going to get a hardback, right? Or the soft. The soft does not lie down. It's a soft. Okay. So the hardback lies down like proper hardback. You can break the spine a little bit, apparently, but it does eventually lie down. I did not do the spiral because I have to invest money and buy the books and then ship them out. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it on Amazon, and they print as people are ordering. So you always got to think about how much money am I spending and what am I going to do. So, and goals, long-term goals are like, oh, I'm never going to get there. Let me forget about it, because there's other shiny objects that we are going to do, like, oh, maybe we should do this. Oh, maybe we should do this, sidetracking us from our main goals. So This is my advice. And I do this every single year. I have 3 main goals, right? That I decide I'm going to obviously my books, right? I'm going to do my books. If you're in the services industry, maybe you're going to, I want to add one big customer a month, and then maybe a personal goal. I'm going to lose weight before I get to social media marketing world, right? Before I get and visit my mom, she's going to go, "What? You're so fat."
Oh,
and I
stop.
can't blame COVID anymore. So anyway, so then you have three goals, right? And then you say to yourself, okay, I only have X amount of time. And so most people will say, okay, break it down into the months, and then break it down 90 days, and then break it down to days. So
Yeah.
I go to the days. How
Ooh,
many
day by
hours?
day.
Now, first, how many hours in a day do you have? What do you do during your day, right? You work on your own stuff, which you should. You work on your business. You work on client stuff, which you should. If you have products in e-commerce, you're packing and hopefully shipping out a lot, right? And but so on a daily basis, you have X amount of time that you can literally actually do something without saying, "Oh, I'm going to sell 1,000 books. How the hell am I going to sell 1,000 books? I have to do all this stuff." And it'll drive you nuts. And what'll happen is you'll go, forget about it. I'm not going to do it. So you've got
Right.
to go to your days and your weeks and say, how much time do I have to actually achieve my goal? And just on a daily basis. And if you don't, start making notes on how many hours you spend on actual work. Sometimes we actually just waste a lot of time googling people and chatting with them on what
That never
messenger or
happens.
I know, right? But I call schmoozing, which is very important. But there is a time and a place for everything, right?
Yes.
And then what you do is, so you've got on your daily day. So I want you to do this, Tim. Okay,
Okay.
don't. So when I see you, when I actually physically see you next year in March, you're going to say to me,
Yes.
Veronica, I filled out your book and I've got my goals. Okay.
Ooh,
So
you're gonna hold me accountable. I
I'm going
like
to
that.
hold you accountable. Okay. Then what you need to do is, so how much, and we are in business. Why? Why are we in business? You tell me.
Why am I in business?
Yes.
I'm in business so that I have flexibility to spend time with my family. Why are you in business?
To make money. Hello.
Hello.
And all the other stuff as well. I like being my own boss.
What about my hubby Roy?
My hubby Roy loves having me at home, and
Yes.
I've always had my own business since I think I worked 3 years on the mine in Namibia. I was in the drawing office. I have never had a job, very short term job. That's it. Yes, making money. Hello, yes, Christo. Absolutely. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I am not in business not to make money. Obviously, through COVID, everything went a bit downhill. But if you've got to think about how much money do I want to make this year, and then you start breaking it down. So, in then you go to then I have in my book here. You have you have your main goals, and then your 90-day goals, and that's important. Again, people say, hey, you should be planning out 5 years from now, 3 years from now. I say things move so fast these days. We have to really hunker down and start working on short-term goals and making sure we get there. I mean, you are not in business, and this is what I tell my clients. Like, I had a client call me and say, hey, should I sign up for Shopify for a year, 2 years? I said, 5 years. You're not in business and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to give up. You're in business to make money, and it's a long-term goal. So this is what we're working on, right? A long-term goal. So never mind about the long stuff. And I know all the coaches are going to go, no, what's she doing? What's she doing? but 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 we want to actually get actionable. It has to be actionable. And so really working out the average price of our product, which is our services, how much money we want to make during the year, and divide that into how much money do we want to make in a monthly basis. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. So in a monthly basis, I want to make I want to make $5,000. I don't make that right now. I want to make $5,000 a month profit, not stuff that comes in and I have to
Right.
pay out profit. This is money in my
Yes.
pocket that I can spend and go cruising, right?
Right.
$5,000. So how am I going to get to the $5,000? And so if you have products, it's easy to work out. Okay, I'm selling my courses. Say, for instance, you have courses, right? You
Yes.
have to sell, say they're $100. You have to sell how many? 500 of them, right?
Mhm.
Math is very bad when I have to do it without my phone. Um, I'm not like my hubby Roy can do it instantly in his brain. So you have to sell 500 courses if you're going to make $5,000 in the month. And so how are you going to get to the 500 courses or 500 people buying courses?
Right.
So that's when you start breaking out. Maybe you should be doing one promotion. Can't do too many promotions. And then you start getting into the nitty gritty of where you're going to sell. And what I have is monthly budget, because in the end is we can only sell or spend as much as what we have in our hand. For instance, I sell my book, I make $1,000. So from the $1,000, I actually share it with Roy Jeans because my hubby Roy, because because he says I have to contribute. It's like, what? It's my bloody money. Anyway, my life has changed. It's not my money anymore. It used to be my money and then our money. Now it's our
Yeah.
money. Like I only get half my money.
Look who
But
else is here. It's Inger.
yes, Inga. So you say, okay, I have I have a $500 that I can spend to promote and and spend on promoting my book. And then there's your website, your email provider, your what else do you need? Advertising,
Website, email,
advertising,
advertising. Yes.
advertising, right?
Hello.
Hello, press release. So you got to
Yeah.
look at every single cost on how much do you have to spend to actually make that amount back in again. And so obviously it's not going to happen overnight, right? It's not never. I
Right.
mean, somebody said to me, why have I not sold something on my website? And I go, I did tell you to advertise because right now it's a brochure. If you're not promoting your website, promoting your services, being online, hello, and talking about it, how the hell are
Yeah.
people going to buy it? How are you going to make money, right? So you have to
Yeah.
advertise. What is the growth rate for organic growth? The percentage for organic growth?
Yes.
Do you
What is
know?
it?
No, you're the
I
very
don't know.
social person.
I
It's
don't
about
know
two
what it
percent.
is.
It's about 2%. Do you know that?
Yes, it's low. I
Organic
know. Yeah.
growth is 2%. Can you imagine how long it's going to take? So you can grow like that. It's going to take a long time. Lots of
Right.
lots of teeth pulling.
Yes.
So anyway, but every single month you're going to do that, and you're going to say, hey, you made an extra money. Take 25% of that and put it back into your advertising budget or your marketing budget, because a lot of people, as you know, since you're the social person, is people also, I mean, they don't have time to do the social, so maybe you have to hire somebody
Hire someone.
to
Yeah.
actually help you get your message out there, otherwise it won't work. So I have got Tim helping me with my lives because I don't have time for everything, right? I'm rewriting this bloody book. I'm writing another business book. I am helping my clients. So how much time is there, right? You got to think to yourself, how much time do you have in a day to actually achieve your goals? And then we move to, then we have your monthly stuff and your, oh yes, oh, this is very good. So this is like, my book is like a bit of a workbook as well, because I tell you exactly what to do. And if you don't, then I'll come
Awesome.
and talk to you. I'll come and talk to you. So I have a monthly sprint systems. I don't know if you can see this, a sprint
Yes.
system thing. And so I tell you exactly what you have to do on a monthly basis. Also, like, I don't know if you can see this. Yes, the
Yeah.
sales channels.
Yeah.
all your images, your emails, your blogs,
Wow, that's
so
really good.
you can pre-plan everything on a monthly basis, and so it's not so much in. And then we go on a daily thing, right? So then you have your 90-day, and you have your 3 goals for the 90 days as well, right? You have your how you're going to achieve. Let's go back. So
Yes.
now you know how many days, how much time you have in the day. And then you look at your yearly goal and you go, maybe I should make it less, right? Maybe I should make it less. But I would leave the yearly goals, because sometimes it's good to have a little bit of a higher goal, and you
Right.
can maybe sneak some time in while you're watching TV to do something extra, right? And so now you know that in your 90 days, what are the three, and I keep harping on the three, and I think Michael Hyatt is very big on the three tasks. Three tasks was, in the end, we only have so much brain space to keep everything and to achieve things. So keep it small, right? Just keep it
Yes.
small. Three main things you want to achieve in the next 90 days. And what I tell my e-commerce peeps is, if you've sold stuff last year, have a look what happened every quarter. Every quarter is different, right? Summer sucks. Christmas is fabulous.
Right.
After Christmas, the first quarter sucks. So, and then the second quarter normally is okay. So, there's an ebb and a flow in your business. And then you can say, okay, so this is what I did last year, this quarter. I think I need to do these extra things to improve my sales. And
Right.
right. So you can
Yes.
literally see what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And if you have not, yes, you need to have a goal set. Yes, I know, right? Yes, so Katie's here. So we are have
Hi, Katie.
Invisible. We're launching Invisible. Oh yes, we're launching Invisible, and so as a one product, one product right now. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but we have to have. There's a whole team that I work with, so we have to set goals and saying, hey, we're going to send out 2 emails, we're going to have 2 blogs. Obviously, you do the monthly, the daily social sessions, and then we're selling on Amazon. Katie is our Amazon expert, and so we're selling on Amazon. We have to do Amazon ads, and we have to do Facebook ads. But he's very lucky; he has a team, so, so
That's great.
it's a lot easier. But still, even if in a team, you've got to sit down, and everybody has to be on the same in the same sandbox. I don't know, in this, right?
Right.
Because a lot of times, what I found when I joined this team, they were doing this, and then they were doing this, and these guys were doing something else, and it's like, guys, we need to talk, and you
Yeah.
need to have a meeting. I know people hate meetings. It's like, we have to have a meeting again. But if you don't, it's like sitting down with yourself and saying, okay, so what am I going to do this week? I literally sit down every week and say, what do I want to achieve this week? And then I look at my monthly goals and my 90-day goals to see if everything flows together, because I really want to get those 500 sales.
Right. Right.
Right? I really,
Yeah.
really. So for Katie, in the Invisible client, what I'm going to do is, I said to him, they have about 70 sales a month from Amazon. It's very low
Okay.
because we're not pushing it. I said, we are going to be selling 500 products a month. And
Wow.
so we are going to sit down and say, this is what we're going to do every single week. And it doesn't happen overnight. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes time. You have to be out there constantly and keep
Yes.
showing up.
Gabe has a good question.
Yes.
Fabulous question. So are the exercises? Yes. Of course, the ebbs and flows. So this is what I recommend my e-commerce clients, and I tend to do this myself. And right now, as I said to Tim today, I mean, with COVID, everything has been going down. People are saving money; they're doing their own thing. I've had these. Hey, I've got a son who can set me up on Shopify. Bye, baby. Really, or my daughter, she's so amazing. She can do social media. She's 19 years old. Yes, she's amazing. Bye bye. It's like whatever. But
Yeah.
so the best practices is, when your business is low, you need to start doing the things that you have not done before. Have you sent out emails regularly, right? Have you been online regularly? And Gabe, you've started that um, the post with all the lives on it. Brilliant idea, right? Now that's what I'm talking about. Come up with different ideas of how you can push your business in a nice way. Not say, hey, I sell. Oh, by the way, I sell. Right? You got to literally think of, so how am I going to pitch up? How am I going to pop in front of my customers, have more lives, um, consistently do something, right? Right, Tim?
Yes, consistently.
Tim has been nagging me. So we are consistently doing the
We are.
live, right? And I can actually see the sales improving for my book. I mean, it's unbelievable. And people see you. That's why I introduced myself at the beginning, where somebody said, "Hey, I saw you, but what do you do again?"
Yes.
I've had lots of careers in my life. And so you need to do and then start new habits. Say, for instance, I've got clients who are not emailing it, and I've known them for a long time. They're still not emailing in e-commerce. Hello, start new habits when there is a low period, right? Have a look at, say, for instance, if your beginning of the year is low, although it depends on what you're selling, right? Valentine's Day. So what happens is Christmas comes up, and
Yes.
everybody's scrambling around for Christmas, sell. And then we have Christmas and we're all with our families and we all New Year's, and suddenly Valentine's Day is there like 45 days later. So you should be preparing, should be on your list of things to do, should be putting things in place for Valentine's. And here's another tip: use stuff you did a year ago. I went through all my folders and things that I've been collecting for years. There are ideas in things that you've downloaded, right? You have to literally be prepared to go back and say, I use these images, man, and they really worked, right? So this year,
Yeah.
make sure you know what your ROI is on how many customers are coming to your website, what are your sales, what are you, where you're advertising. Write that stuff down. Keep a record, because if you don't, you won't know how to improve. So I know that I have to do Amazon ads to sell my book. And here's the cool part: I don't actually spend the money on Amazon ads, because Amazon is fabulous. I love them. They're better than Facebook, although they're very slow. They only charge you per click, not impression. So
Right.
if you get a click, and you can make this very cheap, you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you get a click, that's when you pay, and you can make your budget, or your, what's it called? Yeah, your budget very low.
Yeah.
Um, so you don't have to spend. But I noticed that because I've got the ad out, when I have the ad out, my sales are improving, and
Right.
and it doesn't show on my ad, because I'm pitching up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there she again. Oh, she's pitching up again. And so then they remember me when I come on whatever I do, and then they go, oh, you know what? I need to buy the book because I need it today. Well, you can't get it today. You only can get it in 5 days because they have to print it. But this is what happens, right? Haven't you found that out about with your clients as well, Tim, on the social side?
In terms of what?
Is pitching up all the time. So
Pitching up meaning showing up?
showing
Or
up.
showing up. Sorry, I had to do the translation.
Showing up.
Yeah,
So, okay.
it's so
Yes,
true. When
you got
you
to.
for me, when I keep showing up,
Yes.
right? If I keep showing up on lives and I provide a lot of value or entertainment or a combination of both,
Yes.
then people will remember you because even if they don't click on every one of your live streams,
No.
they see that notification. Some of them see that notification and they know you're going live and they watch some of your live streams. And then when they need, say they need a live stream producer or say they need someone to help with their e-commerce,
Yeah.
then they'll think of you, right? Even if they don't watch everyone, you're on their mind, right?
Exactly. Yes. And I found my sales correlate to me actually showing up, pitching up on
Yeah,
lives.
pitching up.
Because here's, and Gabe was another good question. These are
Yeah,
great questions, Gabe. Coaching, right? Coaching is a very individual thing. So people either like you or they don't. And
yeah.
so they have to like your energy, they have to like your voice, they have to like the way you present stuff, because otherwise they won't hang around. So I mean, I've worked with people that go, oh, they're driving me bloody nuts. They're all over the place, they're not logical. So if you coaching, you have to literally pitch up all the time. And then, okay, the pricing part is what's in the industry. The industry drives everything. Whatever you're pricing out there, it's industry driven. So you look at your competition, whether it's products or services. And I know Katie does this all the time. Yes, Katie, exactly. So Katie does this all the time. She will look at the pricing of all the other products in Amazon to see what we should price our product at. And then you have to look at all the other stuff you have to spend before you make profit, because you want to make profit. And
Right.
a lot of I would say a lot of coaches don't realize how much money they're spending.
Oh yeah.
And what the bottom line is, how much they should be pricing. So not everybody knows, okay, I make $150 an hour. I made $97 an hour. Pick a price, and then see if it works. And, if you become popular and you become more of a VIP, your prices can go up. I started at $25 an hour. That was a long while ago. Okay, $35 an hour. I mean, I charge $150 if I have to do anything on Shopify, if that's coding or whatever. I mean, and so if you want to talk to me, I will. It's on a call. It's the same thing. So value your time. And here is one other thing: is you have the experience that you've gathered all these years to be able to coach or tell people. Katie's amazing on Amazon. She and I do so much brainstorming. It's fabulous. But so I've collected a lot of business experience throughout my life. I've had lots of careers. I've done stuff internationally. I've done banking. I've done taxes in Dutch, by the way. Dutch.
I didn't know that. Breaking news.
Yes. I know, right? I did. I used to do the taxes for the expats in Holland, and then because they did not, everything was in Dutch, so I would translate everything to English, put the whole the salary sheet on an Excel spreadsheet, because the companies at that stage weren't in English either in Holland, and then send their money all over the world. But so yes. So you've got all this experience in your toolbox where you can help somebody else, right? And so they need to pay for it. We had this.
Yeah.
Who did I have a conversation with? You.
Probably.
About people about charging for your time. I mean, time is valuable. You have so many hours in a day, and yes, you have so many hours in a day, and so you are actually giving somebody advice on their business for them to make money. Hey, they should pay for it. And so don't give stuff away. I mean, I do, and believe me, I do. But there's time when it says, okay, stop, because the baby needs shoes, or the baby needs to be fed. My baby's very hungry. So
is my hubby Roy hungry?
My hubby Roy's always hungry. I've never spent so much money on bloody groceries since he come home. And what the hell? He used to buy his lunch at work. So, and I've spent, my bloody tea's disappearing. You're like, what? No more tea for you.
Anyway.
I know. So you got to, and so with pricing with your product as well is Donna, my puzzle lady. I'll keep mentioning Donna because I've worked with her for 10 years. And so she got to a limit of this is how much she could charge on a product. And so otherwise she would be way out of her market, right? So what we did is we added value to her basket, which was, hey, do you want this a rush order? And boom, $5. And now
Boom.
Christmas comes up. Hey, and it's no skin off your nose to wrap something up in Christmas paper. $5. If you want something wrapped up, $10. Make it worth your while to charge that extra money. And people actually check it. I was amazed. So yes, and we get back to how much money you want to make in 90 days. In the bad times is when you really, 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 really have to make a plan and then stick to it, right? So I'm in bad times, but what's it now? November, September, October apparently is not. September, so the summer months are not very good in any sales because I don't know, people are not buying because they go on holiday. So what the hell? They should spend more money on gifts and things. But you can spend your time then on, hey, communicating with people. That's another thing, Gabe, right? Is you then have the time to actually, hi, Katie, nice having you.
Hey, Katie.
So you have the time to actually communicate with your customers. Yes, charge extra. Absolutely. Be cheeky. They might pay for it. But so think about this. So would you rather, and this is what I tell my free customers, I have to service my customers that pay me. When I have time, I can give something away for free, which I do, right? But it won't happen today. It won't happen tomorrow. It'll happen in 2 weeks. Right. And so my hairdresser, I love my hairdresser. She is the most amazing marketer. And I've known her for 11, 12 years now. Amazing marketer. She does not have any appointments open. Nothing.
Wow.
Yes. So she has 3 weeks out. And so she says, if you are walk-in, you have to wait. So, which now that it makes you a VIP, makes you very important. It makes you exclusive. People love exclusive. Right. And what it does as well is it shows people, man, she's busy. She must have something special. But really, seriously, right? They love exclusive. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So now, and then so when she has cancellations, so life happens with her ladies. She has a cancellation. She'll pick up the phone and call a customer and say, hey, you're coming in on Wednesday. Would you like to come in today? So she makes sure those slots are filled up. And actually she makes nice money, right? So somebody else in the same hairdressing salon will make 1/10 of what she makes. But it's the effort you put in, right? So she communicates with her customers. She knows she wants to make X amount of money a month. And she knows exactly how she's going to get to it. And that is picking up the phone and making sure that her appointments are 3 weeks out. I mean, my appointment is booked for the whole year because I know I'm going to go to her every 8 weeks now. Every 8 weeks, and I think my grays are coming through. Every 8 weeks.
I can't see them.
Okay, fine. every 8 weeks, and I go to my appointment. But I can call her and say, hey, I can't make it today. The we're taking the boat out or what? Not that I'll do that. I mean, my hair appointment comes before taking the boat out. But just for instance, if you have babies, the babies get sick or something. But you make sure that you are appreciated for the time that you give your customers. I won't change hairdressers.
Yeah.
Because she is unbelievable. She does make my hair yellow. Very yellow. I had very yellow hair at one stage.
And I would imagine she knows you as well.
She knows me as well, right? Yeah. So, and that's with everything. So if you are, Gabe was asking about the coaching part, right? Make sure that when it's your downtime, and a lot of us are down right now. We're all scrabbling to get more business, is communicate with people. And so Tim, starting a new live, what he did was he talked to people. He goes on his messenger and he says, hey, people, I'm doing this cool thing. Would you share it? Hello. Exactly. It's like basic business 101, right? Basic
Yeah.
business 101. So
Show
one of the
up
is exactly show up.
in
So
the direct messages. Show up.
I know, right? So
One-on-one conversations.
one of the things I've got in my daily things is obviously you have your 3 big tasks here, and you have your whatever you have in here. I'd put this in the hourly thing, but mine goes on Google. If it's not on my Google list, it ain't happening, baby. As I told Roy, if you want to, if you want me to fix have the oil change on the car, it to be on my list. And then we have, but what I also have is the notes, the ideas on this side is all about review your social. So this is our lives right now, is communicating on social. You have to do there's something you can't do it on a monthly, you can't schedule it. You have to physically show up and say, hey, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you for a while, right? So
Yeah.
pick 10 customers you're gonna chat to today and chat to them. I'm having a conversation with this guy, and I downloaded his little book. I was the Hammerly brothers, and I think they're fabulous. They've had a couple of really high end stores in their coach right now. So we were chatting away, and I literally chat to him. I have no idea how we're going to what we're going to sell each other or what we're
Yeah.
going to do, but we're chatting, right? So keeping that conversation going until that
Exactly.
moment it goes, hey, maybe you can help me, or maybe you can help one of my
Right.
customers, right? So you
Yeah.
never know when that moment happens when somebody says, hey, can I help you? I had tea the other day. I had fabulous tea the
Tea,
other day.
not
Yes,
coffee.
tea. No, and it was a hot tea, and it was a like a sweetish tea. It was fabulous.
Swedish?
Yeah, sweetish,
Oh,
sweetish.
sweet. Not
Yes,
Swedish.
not Swedish,
Sweetish.
sweet. So it's like a smoothie place and everything. But I
Yeah.
immediately went on there and said, hey, you can get $1 off if you share, if you like our page. I think I like the page. I got $1 off.
No.
But I did connect with them online, and I said, hey, I really liked your tea, and I'll keep in touch with them because I
Yeah.
want to launch one of those event things for the marina on it, for the restaurants in the area.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm going to collect some information. But again, you never know where your next customer is going to come from, and so you should be doing this if you're coaching or if you're selling courses or whatever you're doing. E-commerce stores are not doing this, which is so stupid, right? You communicate with somebody on their Facebook page and they don't talk to you for 3 days. It's like, people, this is like 101, right? I can connect with my
It's
customers,
so true. It's so
right?
true. And then if you show up consistently, and then
Yes,
if, send a direct message to people that show up in the comments afterwards, say,
yes,
hey, thanks for stopping by, start a
yes.
little
I don't do.
conversation, and they might buy your
Yes,
product in the long run
yes.
or the short run.
So yeah, so you just have to communicate with people
Yeah.
online, and it's like I about what's it now? I've been on the boat 11 years now. 11 years. Can you imagine? 11 and a half
11.
years.
You mean I missed the 10-year
11.
anniversary? Was there a party?
No, there wasn't a party.
Was there a COVID party?
Nobody did a party. so, but and then 5 years before that, so it was like, I would say 20 years ago. So 15 years ago, you go to a meeting, you go shake hands. Maybe they were doing it 5 years ago, but I wasn't doing it. Shake hands, say hello to people, and Team T, yes, Carl. So shake hands, say hello to people, get their business cards, and bugger off. And
Right.
so that was the way to how we communicated. And now it is with people online that we can talk to Carl, who is in the UK, supposed to
Who
be
also
sleeping,
drinks
Carl.
tea.
You also, do I love English tea? I only buy English tea, by the way. I actually import my tea from Amazon.
Wow.
Yes, I don't.
From Amazon.
I'm very picky. I'm very picky. That's why I was so impressed with that tea that I bought. But so it's 8:44 in the UK right now, PM. So
Yes.
yes, so community, and so yes, so you're making connections with people overseas that you've never done before, but
Right.
keep. Oh yes, Katie's drinking Earl Grey tea. I love Earl Grey tea, but in moderation. In moderation, I like plain tea. I'm a plain tea drinker, so I don't really like a lot of flavors on it. Ew. too healthy.
Well, Katie said it's 6:44 in the UK.
6:44. Oh, it changed.
I think the time changed
The time
in
changed.
both places.
Yeah, your time changed and ours changed. But
Yeah.
my clock still says 8:45. Maybe it's Cape Town. Oh, you know what? South Africa, they don't put their times back. Only in Europe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I've got Cape Town on my watch. So yeah, 6:44. That's good. I better remember. I do a coaching for a university in Poland. Hello, international here, virtual.
Wow.
And
What's the time difference there?
It's the same as in Europe, but
Oh, okay.
I did pitch up. So their clocks went back last week, and ours went back this weekend. So I was there and like going, these students are not here. What the hell? What happened? You know, they're all buggered off.
Yeah.
But I was the hour ahead. So yeah, I know times have changed. So yes, so my whole message is, and we talked a long time, write down your goals. I don't care where you do it, buy my planner, write down your goals. And then when you come back, you go, you know what? I've done it. And then you celebrate. So every time you've achieved something, you can celebrate, right? So I'm going to, my monthly goal this month is, I've got several, is to finish my book, my Shopify Made Easy book, the update and revised book, which is, it is unfreaking believable because Shopify changed last week as I was on Shopify.
Of course.
And they've updated. So I'm going to be the most updated Shopify book out there. And I am the only one, by the way.
Yeah.
My type. But I'm going to actually launch it on the 1st of October. And I've got 17 chapters. So I'm doing a chapter a day, which is
that's amazing.
A big challenge. Yes. So yes. So yeah. So you see, I've got that, and I'm going to launch my e-planner on a catalog. So you got to have something that you're going to go, hey, this is what I want to do. And so my problem is that how am I going to afford it? And if you can't, then you push it out a month, right? So I'm like, okay, I've got 3, 4 clients, 5 clients. I wonder if I can make them pay early. or you make a bargain with somebody, right? I've got press releases going out. So you have to think about, okay, so what can I afford this month to move my business forward, and then do it. And then next month, you'll have a little bit more money to push it more forward. So a lot of my e-commerce clients they're literally gearing up for Christmas right now. And so it is going to be hopefully mayhem, what it was last year. I think a lot of people are buying stuff online, but it's going to be different because some of the stuff you can't get because it's probably in a container in a shipping yard and it's not getting moved. And it's, so there's a lot of things happening in the e-commerce world, especially with products. Anyway, make a plan, get your goals ready for next year, and start thinking about it because, before you know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the year is done. So that when we hit January, we're all ready to, boom, baby, we're all ready to go, right?
Yes. Hi, Deborah.
I love the hat.
Welcome.
Maybe I should be wearing my cowboy hat.
Howdy, y'all.
Yes. Okay. So, anything else, Tim? I've talked my head off today.
This has been really good because these are all things that I need to work on. I'm horrible with goals, short term, long term, all the goals. I'm not good at that. So I'm learning.
You got to. I literally have everything in my calendar, my Google Calendar, and then I have one planner that I do my goals in, and then every week I have things I have to do this week. This is what I need to achieve this week. And then work through them. And sometimes it moves over to the next week, right? But it doesn't matter because you are getting shit done.
Yes, you're getting stuff done. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So you got to, I mean, little goals, big goals, bigger goals. You got to plan. Yes, I need to wear mine's actually in the storage. So I'll have to get mine out of storage. It's probably very dusty. I haven't had my cowboy hat on since I went to the Texas rodeo a few years ago. But I went twice, and I thought this is too much like walking. You have to walk for hours to get somewhere, and there's too many people.
Yes. Oh, Deborah says since her stroke, everything goes into her calendar.
Everything goes into my calendar, Deborah. I mean, I even put this week, I have to take the car and have it serviced and cleaned, and I just sit there and work while I'm doing that. And I have it on my calendar because I was going to do it last week. It wasn't on my calendar. So I literally have the time I write is on my calendar. I have, I open up a little bit of space because my friend calls me every morning. Well, she hasn't called me this morning. I have things I want to achieve during the day, So I've blocked out a lot of my time when I want to do stuff, and that's the only way I can actually function. Literally, I have a list, and it's not on my list. It ain't happening.
Yes. Yes.
So make your list and make your goals. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Veronica,
fabulous. I hope everybody had a wonderful time and learned a little bit.
I know I did.
So you're going to do your goals, right?
I'm going to do my goals. Yes, I am. Deborah says she loves the rodeo as well as the bull riding expeditions.
Yes. Thai bull riding. Yes.
Yes.
Where I like going to the small. So my first time I came to America, many years ago, my husband took me to the one down here. It's like not Abilene, but Alief, some little town, tiny little town. In fact, we had to drive across the border of the town to have a drink and then come back because it was a dry town. It was a dry town. So we went, and then to me, I'm from Europe. What? So yes, it was my first rodeo, and it was fabulous. It's like a farming community. It's brilliant. The rodeo in Houston is way too big. Thousands of people. It's ridiculous.
Have you gone to the rodeo, Veronica?
Yes, several times.
Yes.
But I'm not anymore. It's like,
no.
Been there, done that. I've taken my babies, but now the parents can take them. Thank you very much. Because they have to bus you in from the parking area. They bus you in. Then you have to walk. And I don't know what's going to happen this year. Walk. And it's no. And then you're tired because you're walking the whole day. Yes, if it's not on the list, it's not getting done. I agree, Carl.
And Deborah's going to watch this back from the beginning. Thank you, Deborah.
Yes.
That's
awesome. I hope things help. Well, what I've mentioned helped. It helps me. Hey, it helps me. So I literally what I do is on my list. Okay, so we've nearly been on for an hour. We're supposed to only be 25 minutes.
Veronica, would you mind if I mention shows I have coming up?
No. Yes, tell us. Oh, and
cool.
I have breaking news as well. Okay, you go.
Oh, you have breaking news too. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, so guys, I'm so excited that, well, I can't see it with this thing here. Let me move that. Yay. Okay. Tomorrow is the first episode of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer with me and Kara Ulker. And we're going to be talking about our new show, what we're going to be doing. It's a safe space for cancer survivors and supporters to connect and so much more. So we'll be talking all about it tomorrow night, 8:00 Eastern time. You can watch it on my LinkedIn profile. You just go to my LinkedIn profile, and then you'll see on the top where the cover image is. It turns into the video, and you could just click on it. And then
you have another one?
There's one more thing.
No.
And there's more. And on the Tim and Jim show, we have Krista Molian coming. She's going to be talking about how to be unique on LinkedIn while still being very professional.
Yes. That's awesome. So I also have a new one, and I haven't got a graphic for it, obviously. It's brand new. My daughter-in-law. So I wrote this book with my daughter-in-law, who's my co-author. And so we work together. And so I think we're going to do a show on Friday talking about, planning, doing stuff. And so, we will be inviting people on. I don't know how it's going to work, but she does. I get people to do stuff for me.
I know you do. You're the ultimate schmoozer. Yeah.
So I think we're going to talk about it tomorrow, and then hopefully launch it on Friday. And she's amazing. She is such a project manager. I mean, she does so much, and she's got some. That's what I need is a virtual assistant. She's got some virtual
Yes.
assistants helping her, and they've got virtual assistants. So that's
The
how to
virtual assistants have virtual
virtual
assistants.
assistants. Yeah. So is how to get stuff done literally, and it doesn't have to cost the earth, right? It doesn't have to.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Aya is
Thanks,
here from
Carl.
Egypt. She's
Hey,
just dropping by while in her coaching
whoa,
class. Just wanted to drop a
fabulous,
smile.
fabulous. So
Hello,
yeah, Egypt's
Aya.
in Africa. I'm from Africa. It's very up
Yes.
the top of Africa. I didn't go to. I nearly went to Egypt 1 year, except it was
Wow.
closed.
All of Egypt was closed?
Well, no, for foreigners, yes. So
Oh.
I was on a boat. I was on a ship, and this is really, really aging me. But Sadat was assassinated, and so we
Uh,
were not allowed into the country, and so they diverted us to Israel, which was an amazing experience. So we
wow.
stopped in Israel for a day, hopped into a taxi. Well, I wasn't going on the bus, but hopped into a taxi, and then the taxi drivers took us all over Israel. It was amazing, amazing experience. Yeah,
Wow.
yes, absolutely, Deborah. You have to delegate, otherwise you don't get stuff done, right? And
True.
so I have little budgets. So I have a little budget here, a little budget there, but I'm getting a lot more done with people helping me than what I did before.
Yeah.
So and it'll increase, right? The more you can do. So all my money is like hits my account, boom, flows out again. It's
Veronica,
like I've literally
how do you
zero.
pick what you're going to spend your money on, right? You have these little budgets. How do you decide what parts you're going to, give to other people to do?
Other people to do. So it's what I have left over. So I don't make money right now. So what I have is the money comes in and gets allocated. So I actually create a budget, right? I
Yeah.
literally sit down and I go, okay, I have to pay my email provider $16. I've got to pay Shopify $30. What else do I have? Oh yes, I've got AI. I use AI for content and stuff. I've got that,
Copy that
and
AI.
then yeah, copy AI. That's
Yes,
fabulous,
they're
right? Fabulous.
amazing.
I'm all my blogs are written on in copy AI and product descriptions, everything.
Yes.
And then I've got these little bits going out, and there's always Google storage and all these crappy little tiny things. And then I have whatever budget I have, then gets allocated. I can say, okay, I have to pay my producer. I have to pay my producer. I have to pay my producer. This goes this amount. So I actually, as my little bits of money coming in, I allocate it to something,
Right.
literally in my budget. This is coming in. This is going to pay this. This is coming in. It's going to pay my credit card. This is coming in, and so I have a little bit of money that I have to keep in the one account to pay all these little bits and pieces, and that's the way I've worked. And then so my you're gonna laugh at this. So I get paid for my book. So money comes in. I pay from bits and pieces I get from clients. I'll pay for my services. My book money goes toward my books. So literally my ads in
Yeah.
from my book. Um, uh, I have to have I had to have covers made. Um, there was something else. Oh, if I have a press release, that'll come. So everything is allocated. So this money goes towards that, and it has buckets, right? So I create the buckets,
Right.
and
Yeah.
and that's the only way I can work. Otherwise, I tend to forget to pay shit.
Yeah.
My husband goes, "You have to remember to pay the telephone." Oh, oops. I'm 2 months behind the telephone. But you know, if you don't, then what you do is you actually spend. And I've done this for so many years. You actually spend money you don't have.
Right.
So when my e-commerce clients, I keep saying, if you get money in people paying sales tax, you got to keep it separate, right?
Mm.
You got to keep it separate. And then also, Christmas is coming up, so you got to say, hey,
Yes.
Christmas, I need to spend X amount of money for Christmas presents, and you guys are not getting anything, right? Only
Yeah.
allocate to some people, and then budget how much you're going to spend, because otherwise you just overspend, and then you're sorry in January, and then then you start scrabbling again.
I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to have in the bank, they used to have like a Christmas, I don't remember what they called it, but you could put in so much money a month so that when Christmas arrived, you weren't like, oh crap, I need money for presents.
I know, that's a great idea, right?
Right?
Yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah. We should be doing that. We should have I have 3 PayPal accounts. So
Okay.
I have 1 PayPal account just for my little bits and pieces. So because otherwise the money goes shoo, 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 shoo. It just goes out, right? And then I don't have money. Then PayPal sends me a thing going, hey, you don't have money in your account. You better start paying.
Right.
So make sure that you know what. So I actually literally make a list of stuff that I need to pay. So in here, and this is what I've got in my book as well, by the way, I have a list of. Did you buy the book yet? I need to send you. I will send you a book. You can't.
Okay.
You don't have to. So in here, I actually have a toolkit, and it has a list of all the software that you need to. Okay, let's look at all the software that you would need in your business, and we all need software, right? Every little business we have needs software. So what happens to me is I sign up for free stuff and I forget about it, and then I have that oh shit moment where I go, that's mud just came through and they pinched my money. Who the hell are you? So here is, you have to make a note of, hey, you have all the software and you signed up for something and it's going to be due in 30 days, so maybe cancel it. And if you don't have money, and this is not really a good way to do it, but sometimes, when I don't have money and I cancel my subscriptions, I can't afford it.
I've done that, especially during COVID.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you can sign up again and say, hey, I'll use you again. And I tell my e-commerce clients, they've got these apps and everything, but sometimes you just have to say, I don't need these things because I can't afford them. So you have to work within your money. That's the only way you're going to make money. I'm convinced of that.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so we have to go. It's already an hour.
Now we're in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yes. Welcome to the Hour in 2 Minutes show.
Oh no, it's been absolutely amazing. Yes, I'm so happy that she actually popped in during a coaching class.
Yes, me too. And Deborah says, love y'all.
Love you all. Yes, absolutely, Deborah.
Oh, hey. Deborah's wondering, are your audiobooks in audio as well?
No, Deborah, that's the next step. Somebody else asked me. I had a blind person message me and said, hey, do you have your books in audio? And I don't, but that is the next step. I actually have a friend who has an audio app that does it in an English accent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to use his app. I need to ask him actually. But, again, Deborah, it is all about finances, right? What can you do? So the planner, when I looked at the planner and I looked at everything that's out there, that a lot of them have the bindings, but you have to spend money to buy the books, and then they send it out. You just, you've got to work with what you have. Okay.
Yes.
We need to go now.
We do need to go. Yes, and Carl is saying goodbye with
bye, Carl.
Green heart.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. That was amazing.
Okay.
Okay. What we're going to talk about next week? Let's make a decision right now.
Wow. Yes. What are we going to talk about next week?
That's a good question. We'll have to think about it.
Yes, we will let you know.
We will let you know in time. Yes, and I'll use Copy AI to create a whole little spiel.
We got this.
Right? Yes, we got this. So I need to add my book link in there, right?
Yes, your book link. We need that. Yes.
We need my book link.
Yes, we'll pop that in right after we end the show.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Veronica, this was fun.
Yes, it was. Hey, it was fabulous. And thank you, everybody, for popping in. And if you're watching this afterwards, let us know in the comments if you need any help or need any questions. Yes. And be on Tim's show tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you, Veronica. Bye, everyone.
Bye.